die for you!
Welcome to the Wrestling Gremlins podcast.
I knew you'd come.
We're still on YouTube, and this is episode 37. Yeah, so...
It's because nobody gives us money.
I am Bobby. This is Nick. We're still here. What is your thoughts? Let's jump right into the whole YouTube wrestling thing. What is your opinion on what's going on?
I don't really understand it because I don't pay attention. But from the sounds of it, it seems like somebody just realized that wrestling is cool and then trying to make it uncool again. And people like money, and they haven't put on the glasses yet.
I think basically what's going down from what I can get from it is anyone who is making money for making videos on YouTube, like, you know, that PewDiePie guy who does like video game stuff and anybody who else makes money from that. Well, yeah. The wrestling, like the wrestling community, whoever makes money, like say like No DQ and TV tracks, all them, like, I mean, there's a lot of people who make money off this, you know what I mean? And they make good money doing the videos. I wish we were one of them. They basically, there's some things going on where advertisement people are getting, well, I guess YouTube doesn't want to have it because it's associated with something crazy. I don't know, something about Pepsi and ISIS. I don't fucking know. Like, I was listening to it on Don Tony and Kevin Castleman.
Right. It said something that it was, damn.
Yeah, they explained it a lot better than we are, but I mean, basically, people who are making money off their videos are not going to make money anymore. And
so what if people got pissed for paying them to do something cool?
Yeah,
they should get all of the money from them advertising. Is it the advertisers that play before the videos that we don't want to watch, or is it the advertisers on their show?
I think it's the commercials in and between and before the videos.
So like the ones that YouTube puts in there.
But you get paid for them to put them in there. That's why we don't have any commercials in our stuff. We don't get paid.
Yeah, because commercials are fucking stupid, and they're propaganda, and they're evil.
Well, they also pay you money, you know. And if you're trying to make a living off this, which, you know, a lot of people are shitting themselves right now. They're like fucking freaking out, and it's understandable. Some people make $500 a day doing this, I've heard, and that's pretty cool. You know, like that's crazy because, you know, like all we do is sit here and bullshit about wrestling, and that's what we love to do. And as much as it's a passion for ours, you know, it's a fun little hobby and something that we like to do because, you know, it's a good way to talk about something we both like. You know, it is hard work. You know what I mean? Thinking of something like, you know, like say this week, there isn't much to talk about. But, you know, we got to figure out what to talk about and bring it to the audience. And I have to do all the editing. You know, there's a lot of work that goes in it. You know, so the people who are not making money from it, I could see them getting a little upset. I get it. You know, but joke's on you, YouTube. We don't make money.
We don't make money.
Fuck.
We show up and make everybody else happy.
Yeah.
We'll be your commercial-free wrestling news. Come get some.
We're the indies of the wrestling podcast community.
Yeah.
We're
gonna single-handedly save them.
Yeah, so just listen to us if you want free shit. And yeah, we'll still be around on YouTube until they take us off. And we're still
off the air.
And we're still on Mixcloud. And we're trying to get on other you know, avenues on other kind of formats and stuff, like maybe iTunes and Stitcher, maybe whatever's out there. Like, I'm still looking into it. iTunes is probably the next step I'm trying to get into. Everything's been kind of crazy over this side, so it's just been kind of nuts. Family situations I won't get into more.
We'll just hang out and talk every once in a while. If people listen, it'll be funny. Or really boring, who knows?
Yeah, if you're working or going to the gym or jerking off or whatever you want to do and you want to listen to us.
We're not doing instructions.
Yeah, just check us out. Enjoy it. Okay, man. So I wanted to get into a topic right off the bat. Like, since we weren't able to get one, it's like this whole YouTube thing. I wanted to, like, we took a break for a week. I want to know how you felt about the wrestler mix-up thing they had. The shake-up.
The Superstar Shake-Up.
Superstar Shake-Up. What was your opinion of it?
More funk guitar.
So
it needs lots more wah pedals and weight. I don't know. It was kind of underwhelming and kind of confusing because, like, it was kind of they knew that they were going to lose a big belt, putting the belt on Brock.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we make a relevant title for Raw? We need the IC title. So they take that, and then the person who was feuding with their champ also goes to Raw. So SmackDown has 4 belts, Raw has 3. Didn't make a lot of sense to me. I liked the Tamina bit because that was funny.
Yeah, that's a little swerve.
Yeah, we were sitting on the couch, and I'm like, watch, it's going to be Tamina. And it was. I was like, ha, stupid.
Yeah.
It was cool for what it is. I'm interested to see Charlotte work with things. The best thing is I get to see Alexa Bliss.
That is cool for you.
So I get to see Alexa Bliss fight Bayley in San Jose for the belt, and I want Bayley to lose so fucking bad.
You'd think with the popularity of what's going on in the Sharks in the playoffs right now, she should come out in like teal or some kind of Shark stuff, being she's in San Jose, in her hometown. Like, it just makes sense.
Possibly during the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no, another thing, if Alexa Bliss wants to be a jerk,
if they lose, Alexa Bliss has got fucking ammunition.
Yeah, I mean, say that they're in the playoffs, right? And say we hypothetically lose to Edmonton, she could wear an Edmonton Oilers something, and then she gets like cheap heel heat. Or say like what it looks like if the Sharks do advance in this round, looks like we'll be playing Anaheim because it's like the Calgary Flames, like I said, are shitting the bed. Like they're already losing 2-0 on an elimination game. So, I mean, it would be the Ducks and the Sharks. And if you want to get real heel heat right there, man, wear a fucking Ducks jersey in San Jose. Like, I mean, Alexa Bliss will definitely get heat. But she also, I saw a picture. She's a Columbus Blue Jacket fan. She's from Columbus, Ohio.
I was like, she's from Ohio.
Yeah, she took a picture with a mascot wearing a Blue Jacket shirt. So
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm actually, kind of envious of you, man. You get to see Joe versus Seth. You
Joe
get
versus
Bayley versus Alexa Bliss.
So here's my thing, though. Is that the card that I'm going to see? So it's fuck the Superstar Shakeup. Jinder Mahal.
Oh,
Seriously,
my God.
what the hell? That's the worst thing that happened in the Superstar Shakeup. But the best thing. It's also the best thing. Because they replaced The Miz in one fucking night.
Oh, with Kevin Owens?
Miz, but they fucking hate him.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, heel. They hated the Iron Sheik. Good.
Oh, you're talking about Jinder Mahal. I thought like when you're talking about Talking Smack, you're talking about Owens, because his first night out there, he was a jerk on Talking Smack, which is great.
He's always a jerk.
Well, I know. I loved it. It was hilarious.
It's back to being old Kevin Owens. It's
another match you get to see. You get to see Owens and Jericho. That's like right there, 2 of our favorites.
Yeah, it's like here's the thing: it's a great card.
Yeah,
I just hope it doesn't suck.
Braun versus Roman. Braun's been killing it.
It's gonna be an ambulance match.
Yeah, more likely. I could see that stretcher match.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be an ambulance. He's gonna flip the ambulance again, or Roman Reigns. Dude, how fucking mad the audience would be. Roman Reigns knocks Braun into the ambulance, runs across the stage, and Superman punches it over.
You know what's funny? I was gonna make a joke saying he's gonna Superman punch the ambulance over, but you beat me to it.
He's gonna like put it on my box and flip the fucking ambulance like it's Batman.
He's gonna spear through the wall of the ambulance.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna give my opinion on the Superstar Shakeup really quick.
Yeah.
What you said is basically words out of my mouth, man. It was lackluster. I was not a fan of this. Like, I'm not mad about the moves per se, as I am mad of just how nonchalant and how boring it was.
It was really boring.
Like, I was expecting trades. I was expecting big, crazy surprises. And there was a few surprises, like, mostly on SmackDown. Like, oh, here's Nakamura. Here's Ty Dillinger. Like, those were cool. But I don't know, man. Like, it just didn't do much for me. Like, it was just like, here you go. Here's a new guy. Like, he's on Raw. Like, what? Like, okay.
I thought Ty Dillinger was on Raw.
No, he's on SmackDown.
But he debuted against Kurt Hawkins.
Who was at the time on Raw.
Oh, he got drafted, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or swerved or swapped. Why couldn't they just have the draft? Seriously.
Because they just did it a few months ago, so...
They did it over a year ago. The draft happened last July.
Okay, maybe they're waiting until July to do it again.
was very helpful in keeping that in order, because when that shit was on, it's a year behind, which is very awkward to watch.
It is very weird.
It's wow, that is amazing. Sorry, Weed Week, watch it.
Oh, you're watching the Weed Week stuff. Yeah, I forgot about that.
The Weed Week stuff, and it's very distracting.
I think it's just like, a microcosm of our lives right now. Like, what we're watching is so us. It's just so funny. I'm watching hockey playoffs. You're watching Weed Week. Like,
I'm trying to get smarter and talk about wrestling. Fuck, that's a good night. What were we talking about?
Superstar
Shakeup. I wish the Road Dogg would have announced the Superstar Shakeup. That would have been funny.
Oh, you didn't know who just got drafted to Raw?
Yeah. Just announces it every time. Good stuff. I don't know. There's some interesting prospects of things that they can do. I'm curious to see Aiden English now that he's solo on SmackDown.
And he jobbed out hella quick to Ty Dillinger.
Right. That's right. He did job out to Ty Dillinger. I just wish that they wouldn't do that stupid singing Juilliard act again.
They should have done something totally completely different.
He should have been like a broken vaudevillain. Like, he lost his partner and he just goes on a never-ending quest to find his partner and has to fight people. And they could have grabbed Bo Dallas. Can you imagine Bo Dallas and Aiden English fucking killing it?
An interesting thing about the shakeup is now Bray and Bo are both on Raw. With the way that Bo is looking, do you think there's a chance they form a new Wyatt family with him in it with his brother?
The real Wyatt family?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to sitting in an arena and watching a movie, which is what's going to happen.
Is that what's really good? Is that what's going to go down?
I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to go down. I don't want to watch a projector match in the fucking ring. That just feels like a headache. But I'm pretty sure they're going to pull a fucking... They probably pulled Matt Hardy into the production room and was like... Psst, psst, psst. But there's a really interesting thing about this House of Horrors match that came up on the Edge and Christian show.
Mm-hmm. Not Tooth.
Oh. So you all right there?
Yeah.
Michael P.S. Hayes, I guess, had pitched this crazy match to the Brood way back in the day about, like, going through a house and, like, having a fucking, like, match with, like, pop scares and mirrors and shit. And I was like, that would be really cool. And I was thinking, I was like, sounds like what they're trying to pull off right now.
Hey, honestly, since the final deletion, it's the best time to do it.
And think about it, Michael P.S. Hayes and Matt Hardy in a room being weirdos.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Delightful, wonderful.
I can't wait till they fucking... They are totally paying off their lawyers.
Oh, yeah.
They're just being like, what do you want? Just fucking give me a number and I'll tell you to fuck yourself with it.
Yeah, no, TNA or Impact, Anthem, Impact, Owl Wrestling.
Evil Owl Men.
Like, they're not going to beat WWE in this. I'm sorry. I just don't see it happening, The only thing I could see is WWE being like, why? We don't need this broken gimmick, which is just leaving money on the table.
No, they need the broken gimmick. They will fade out so fast as the Hardy Boys.
They bore me already.
I'm like, please, can we just... How long do we have to wait to get to the... How are we going to write the story? Can we get to the story part?
But in my defense, I never liked the Hardys, though, as the Hardy Boys. I never liked them. I liked the V1, Matt Hardy version 1 thing he was doing.
Matt Fax.
Yeah, Matt Fax were funny.
Wait, no.
What else? Yeah, but the broken gimmick is the best thing they've ever done. I actually like them because of the gimmick. The wrestling was never in question. Like, Hardys have always been good wrestlers, but the gimmick is something different that no one's ever done before, and that's what made it cool, because it was different. It was so weird and just off the wall. Wrestling copies each other a lot, and there's a lot of stuff that's really repetitive and boring, and it just gets overplayed. But this broken gimmick was something totally different, and it was entertaining. So I'm hoping it just doesn't go by the wayside, because TNA fucking just wants to have a hizzy fit. Yeah, because, dude, it's not going to work for anybody else.
She's not your girlfriend anymore, dude. Let it go.
Exactly.
That's what
basically, the Al is the fucking weird, stocky boyfriend that can't get over it.
Dude, I had a stone thought, and I really had to work really hard while you were talking to hold on to it. Mm-hmm. But can you imagine going to a wrestling event and start getting people hold signs to say evil owl men dressed as owl men in suits?
Oh, my God. You gotta stop watching Weed Week, fool.
Tell me that wouldn't be amazing. Like just like a row of people in owl heads and suits
Oh my god.
deleting themselves. Oh, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think it's funny because, like, TNA is their own worst enemy right now, just for the sheer fact of, like,
What's
we
the
said it before.
Slapnuts running it?
Oh, yeah. Jarrett.
Fucking
Oh, my God.
wow. Yeah. Anyways, can we get off the TNA? Like, what are we?
Well, no, I wanted to say one thing before we get off of it. TNA right now is its own worst enemy. If they would just let the Hardys go and say, you know what? Fuck it. Water under the bridge. Just go. People wouldn't be going with this whole fuck that owl thing, you know, that chant they've been doing that Rebby Sky made up. You know, like, they wouldn't be doing this, and they wouldn't have people turning against them because of this. The Hardys, like I said before, single-handedly are going to destroy TNA because TNA is going against a battle, and the fans like the thing, and they want to see it, and they don't care if it's WWE or Ring of Honor or TNA. They want to see the broken gimmick, and them fighting this is only making TNA look bad and drawing fans even farther away from the product.
What do you think the broken gimmick will look like if it ever comes? How WWE are they going to make it?
Well, the thing is, they have the money to do production, and if they let Matt, you know, have some kind of say in it, it should be pretty cool. You know, I'm not sure how far they'll go with it. The thing is, like, the thing that was so cool about the broken character, it was never anything that wasn't not PG. They could do the same thing as they wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, they can get a better
fighting a fan.
Yeah, you can get a better drone. You can get better production. Like, there's a lot of things they really can do. Look what they tried to do with the Wyatt New Day thing. Could you imagine if they actually?
Cool.
Oh, I liked it. I'm just saying. Could you imagine if
like a chainsaw at some point?
Yeah. Like, can you imagine if Matt Hardy had his say in that though, and like let him try to do something with WWE? Man, yeah. I can only think of like the possibilities. I don't know. What else? Oh, yeah, you've been kind of keeping up to date on this whole Shibata thing. Tell me what's going on with him.
He fucking headbutted the holy dog shit out of Okada, and Okada's head unfortunately won. Still, he is the Japanese John Cena. It's fucking annoying.
Who, Okada?
But yeah, that dude never loses.
No.
No, I'm not saying he's as good as John Cena. I'm just saying that fucking dude never loses. I have seen him get just pummeled into the ground. And he just goes, no. Like, seriously?
Well, no, I'm not arguing with that. I would say that Okada's more like the new Roman Reigns. I would say that Tanahashi is the John Cena. He's been there for a long time.
They're telling a beautiful samurai story with Tanahashi.
Yeah, but remember how Cena went on that losing streak for a while?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I look at Tanahashi as he's been the face there. He's been the ace there for a very long time, you know, and he's the ace that runs the place. Let's put it that way.
He is the ace that runs the place.
You know, but now they have to get that new guy in there. The only thing about Okada that's different than Roman Reigns is people like Okada.
Yeah, people like Okada, though.
Yeah, and he's a great wrestler. Okada's an amazing wrestler. But, you know, when it comes down to it, you need to have people build up to beat him. And him for Shibata, like, they're both amazing wrestlers. And it sucks that Shibata, what did happen to his head, you said? Like,
so you know how Shibata, like, when he'll normally tie him up like, almost like a short arm, like the Rainmaker, and they'll go for something, and he'll just kind of put his head down and just whack right into you?
Yeah.
When he did it, Okada's head was down, so he got the front end of Okada's skull. That's like hitting a ram. So you just kind of hear this noise. And he kind of just looks at him, and Okada drops. And he just kind of stands up. It is great. And all of a sudden, there's just this thick trickle of blood running down his face. And then he gets hit, I think, with like a Rainmaker, and that was it.
Well, I guess the good thing that comes from this, I mean, because there's really nothing good from it. You know what I mean? Shibata, if, like, his career might be over. But what did you say, like, was the diagnosis he got?
Oh, fuck, dude. I don't remember. You're asking a stoner to remember medical shit stoned.
Yeah. You like general surgery? Come on. Get it together.
It's not a Y-shaped incision, okay?
Yeah.
He basically had, I want to say it was a hematoma of the skull, which basically means he hit so hard and fractured his skull and it pushed down onto his brain, which will cause swelling and can then cause concussions, dizziness, numbness, and then brain damage.
Okay.
So they basically go in and then pull that piece and basically relieve the pressure on your brain in surgery. But
okay.
things like that over periods of time destroy your brain. That's why what happened with Chris Benoit.
Hmm.
Ooh, I said the dirty word. Uh-oh.
Flying headbutts.
Flying headbutts. Well, dude, look at fucking Honma. Dude, that's all he does is headbutts.
Yeah, it is.
But see, here's the thing: is both of the two strongest headbutters that they have are now both out hurt
That's true.
and
Now,
possibly done.
now I have to look at Jack Gallagher as the strongest headbutter in the world. No, I'm just kidding.
I like watching him wrestle, but I just wish he didn't have to do the WWE style.
Yeah.
You know, it's really
Uh,
interesting.
hmm.
Over the weekend, the Elite were in the UK
They were.
and they wrestled the British Style team.
Mm-hmm.
Did you? So they've actually now wrestled WWE people, which means WWE people were there.
Yeah, so it was what, Trent Seven,
Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne.
yeah, okay, that was the three, yeah. Yeah, won the WWE champion.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a great video of watching Kenny Omega talk, and you can see the UK title belt sitting on the floor behind him.
Yeah.
I was like, huh. Like, we shouldn't have to carry the belt.
Yeah, he didn't pick it up. It's lava, don't touch it.
Yeah, don't touch the belt.
Don't do it, don't do it.
Do not touch that. And don't come on it.
I guess we should stop right here really quick and say something. Since we did talk about Roman Reigns, we should talk about the passing of his brother.
I get to say don't come on it, and then you're going to go to the sad part.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't even think about that. Sorry, my bad. That's why I said we got to stop it. Okay? That's what we're gonna.
Hold on, wait. Maybe think like.
I was trying to start a new paragraph. Okay, I put a period. I put the spacing and tabbed over. Like, okay.
Yeah. Added some interesting choices to the end of that sentence.
Comings and periods. Oh God. But no, on a different topic. Yeah, we did talk about Roman Reigns a second ago, but his brother Rosie. Well, not Rosie. I think his name was Matt.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, he used to be Rosie. He used to be part of a 3-minute warning. He used to be the superhero in training with the Hurricane. But Roman Reigns' brother Rosie, yeah, he passed away of it sounded like congestive heart failure. That's what it's sounding like, and that kind of hits close to home because my mom, she almost died from congestive heart failure. She battles with that, and that kind of sucks. So you know, as much as Roman Reigns is disliked as a wrestler, I hear good things about him as a human being. And you never want anyone to die. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care how much you hate a fucking wrestler or dislike him. You don't want it to, like, bleed over into the person's personal life. So, you know what I mean? Much respect and love to, you know, the whole family of Roman Reigns and the Usos and everybody else related, Tamina, everybody else related, you know, because that sucks. You never want to hear shit like that. So, no. Yeah. So rest in peace, Rosie. Rest in peace.
Train in heaven. Get your superhero on.
Yep, to protect in heaven.
Let's get back to the fun part.
We're back into fun stuff. So I want to get your opinion, sir, on you kind of brought up a little bit of Jinder Mahal being the #1 contender for the SmackDown Live Championship.
I love it, actually. It took me a minute to realize it. Like, fuck Jinder Mahal. First off, he's really rough in the ring. I'm sorry, that dude's got to be on something. He is gross. He's like the Indian Bane.
I don't know. Like he could be, but at the same time, you know, what I mean, he might just work out a lot. Eat well.
And veiny, and just it just looks gross.
Yeah, well, I mean, his appearance, you know, what I mean, whatever.
He's a great wrestler. He makes it look good. He makes it look like it hurts.
Really? You think he's a great wrestler?
No. I was trying to be here.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say he's a great wrestler. I don't know. I guess it is what it is. I have pros and cons to this. I like that it's unexpected. When I saw that match, I thought, okay, so it'd be Luke Harper or Sami Zayn winning that 6-way match. That's what I thought.
I'm glad Harper didn't take the pin.
Yeah, that too. But I didn't see Jinder Mahal winning it. I didn't. I could see Mojo. I could even see Mojo winning it. But, you know, I like the unpredictable style that came out with. You know, I mean, having Jinder win was not expected. No, but at the same time, it's Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, but at the same time, it is Jinder Mahal. That's correct. Remember back in the day when The Miz would win, and everybody like, "Motherfuck, The Miz won," or when Randy Orton has a match, "Fuck, Randy Orton's wrestling." When they're hated already, like Eva Marie, may she rest in her red piece. He's a heel, and you want to see him lose. You want to see Randy Orton beat the living dog shit out of him.
Well, it sounds like he has the Bollywood boys with him too, so that makes it a little faction.
It sounds like he's gonna have a big old faction, like he's gonna pull like the Saudi prince kind of thing.
You know, and honestly, his promo after the match wasn't bad, so I'm interested to see how it goes. Like, that promo and him, you know, talking to Orton, like, it kind of made him more of a big deal. Like, I kind of, when I first saw the pin, I was like, what the fuck is this? But then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, I felt like he was just kind of more of a big deal. So maybe they're trying to make a new star, which, if you looked at, was it Muhammad Hassan or whatever back in the day before all that shit went down with him? Well, like,
Yeah.
WWE made up. He was getting over as a heel big time. So maybe they're trying to go down that fucking path, and that didn't work.
It's just a danger. And here's where people are going to be in the political correctness of the world, where they're going to get their fucking panties in a twist. So I'll be very curious to see how they play it.
No, I totally agree. And him even saying, you know, you hate diversity, blah, 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 blah. He's touched on some real topics that can really piss some people off.
Well,
you know, and it's not saying that he's wrong, you know, but a lot of people who want to get butthurt over everything. Could you imagine the Iron Sheik back in the day? That shit wouldn't fly nowadays. I just don't see it working. Like, you mean, like, I think people be too fucking butthurt and they had to break kayfabe and be like, oh, it's just a work.
It's just a show.
Yeah, well, we apologize.
That's the difference between professional wrestling and sports entertainment.
I didn't see Bryan Cranston coming out and apologizing that some kid got shot in Breaking Bad. I don't need people apologizing for professional wrestling when it's a fucking storyline.
But I mean, that's a whole show right there, really. But you know, think about it. Kids play Call of Duty and watch some fucked up shit on TV nowadays. The worst shit that we watched as kids were fucking weird monster movies.
Well, I mean, there are pretty vicious ways you get killed in those horror movies back in the day.
Yeah, but they were comical. It was like, you know.
Well, I mean, for us, and that means we just have a fucking weird perspective of life. Yeah, I love when that person got put in a sleeping bag and beaten against a tree in Jason, like in fucking Friday the 13th. You know, that's not supposed to be funny to normal people.
I want to do that to annoying kids so many times.
See, that's not probably the best mindset.
Go to sleep in that sleeping bag. And wake up.
You can't lift them up with your little girl arms.
Push the tree on, like Braun.
Push the tree. I'm just gonna throw a tree on. Don't worry about it. Oh man, but yeah, no, there's a lot of things that came out on SmackDown that was, it was hit or miss for me. There was some cool stuff and some shitty stuff. The women's stuff that's going on was kind of funny to me. I think Charlotte's turning face, which is strange to me, and I don't want it to happen.
She has to.
What is up with Natalia in this bad girl club kind of thing? Like, hey, Charlotte, what the fuck is this? Middle school? What is that?
Are they doing the full-blown Mean Girls?
That's what I thought, dude. Like, what is this crap? I mean, it was horrible. Oh, I'm going to bump your arm on the way to the ring, because when Natalia said, like, oh, I got plans, I got an idea, and they just stand there, like, that was the idea? Like, if I was Carmella, I'd be like,
that was your plan?
That was your plan? Like, okay, we just stand here? Like, I wouldn't be there. I'd like, fuck that.
Wants to fight Ellsworth.
Like,
please let it happen.
They should do that. They should totally do that. What else? Oh, I think the coolest thing that happened the last 2 weeks, though, which we haven't talked about yet, we kind of talked about a little bit, was Braun Strowman, man. Braun Strowman has to be the biggest face in WWE right now.
Yeah.
He has to be.
I love when they try to make a heel out of people and it just backfires.
Oh, yeah, it just doesn't work. If you look at what happened, Braun... Okay, Roman, well, I'll set it up. Roman Reigns was backstage talking about The Undertaker. You know, what happened to him. You know, it's his yard, you know, trying to be sympathetic about it, but whatever. Braun comes over and just beats the living, since he's the big dog shit out of Roman Reigns, and hits him with a moving crate, like against the head. And then the paramedics had to come out, and they put him on a stretcher, like, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then Braun Strowman's like, I'm not done with you yet. Beats his ass. And of course, it's like, for people who's like, oh, it wasn't real. Who gives a shit? It was shot. It was great. He throws him off a
Fun.
fucking loading dock. It was fun. Get over it. You want new shit? You gotta fucking take, oh, it was fake. Yeah, they don't want to kill Roman. They have so much money invested, and he's a human being. You don't want him to die.
What about
But inside,
fucking Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie?
yeah, but they're fucking freaks of nature, man. Like, come on. Terry
They
Funk
would've-
and Mick Foley are
They
nuts.
remember when the stage was actually high in a dumpster.
Yeah, they're crazy. I'm sure that shit was padded though. But yeah, so Braun throws Roman off the loading dock in the stretcher, and then you think it's over. This was the best part of wrestling so far this year for me. When he was inside the ambulance, all you hear is Brock, and then Brock runs in. I told you I'm not finished with you yet. Like, I was like, this is great. Like, just because he keeps coming back was hilarious to me. It was so funny. I started laughing my ass off. And Braun flips the fucking ambulance. Like, this was so awesome. This is what wrestling needed, something different. And he came out I guess this week. It was Monday. This is Wednesday, so 2 days ago. And said how he hurt Roman Reigns, and the fans loved it. They fucking loved it. So, if I was WWE, I would change direction. Fuck Roman Reigns, man. Make Braun your new face.
Braun your face. But that's the thing is, like, Braun killing Roman Reigns is fun because it's Braun killing Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
What happens when Braun turns his sight on Samoa Joe?
But see, that's what's cool about it. If you do it right, like do like a Stone Cold Steve Austin thing where he just fucks up people. You know what I mean? People will like that. They want that ass kicker who's not kissing ass, to all the fucking kids and Make-A-Wish people and, cancer people. Like, he's just that guy who...
Kids.
Huh? Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, he just goes out there, kicks everybody's ass, and that's great. He's not John Cena. He's not Roman Reigns. He's different. Look at Austin. He beat the shit out of everybody. It was cool. I just think that
everybody.
that's what Braun should do, dude. He legitimately looks like he could beat up Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that match goes. He's getting better every match he has.
Yeah, he's improving fucking leaps and bounds.
I'll be curious. I liked when he just dumped Kalisto into the fucking trash can.
Yeah, no, I loved it. He's like, Roman Reigns is trash or garbage. You're garbage too, and he throws him in the trash. It was so funny.
Oh God. Yeah.
What'd you think of the spot where they broke the ring?
I was waiting for it to happen. The first match that Big Show and Braun, I'm like, are they gonna do the ring spot where they break the thing? And then they were like, Braun Strowman, Big Show in the main event. Like, they're breaking the ring tonight.
I love that they worked up to it. Like they teased it a few times and they finally did it. The
question is like, because that one didn't look like it had like the airbag like one of the other ones did when they basically what they would do is they would lift it just enough that when they landed everything would fall down. But it looks like the ring posts are almost on these like little arms. So when they hit at a certain point, that's how basically the ring posts kick out and drop the ring.
Yeah. Also, people say, "Oh, like look how big these guys are," and that must have hurt Braun or Big Show. Man, you should see the bump the ref took. He flew.
I just because I bet you they told him like get by the ropes when they do it because you're gonna want to hold on to something. The worst thing to hold on because he hits, he just goes, whoop, and that rope's like, all right, bye.
Total rib on the referee. Yeah, you want to stand right here.
Right there.
Just drops out.
Vince was in the head, like, make him launch, damn
it. Make this guy fly. Or you're fired. I think it's funny though, because like, dude, that ring could have fell on that guy the way it went down after he fell too, because he flipped and went under. Like he lucky he didn't go underneath the ring somehow and get his legs fucking amputated.
Imagine if he like, oh, Monday Night Raw, they broke the ring and decapitated the ref.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Raw is off the air.
Raw has been canceled. Can you imagine there's ever a time when there is no Monday Night Raw?
Oh man, I hope not.
Like can you imagine if wrestling were to ever become unpopular enough that there will never ever be a Monday Night Raw?
I would be extremely sad You know, just because like it's been a big part of my childhood. Ugh. I've watched it. I've watched fucking Raw since the beginning. You know what I mean? When they had the old
All
RAW
time.
fucking the big Raw sign. You know, and it's cool, man. Like it's something that I grew up with, and I don't want that to change because it's my Monday fucking tradition. It's what I do. Nowadays, I have to go to school for my night class on Monday, but I come home and I sit down, you know, chill with my dad and watch wrestling. You know, and I want that to be something my son grows up with too. Like I don't know, wrestling. Like a lot of people like UFC. A lot of people like a lot of other things. I mean, I liked wrestling when I was growing up. You know, I mean, that's what I got into. You know, and I don't know. I don't want to see that changing. It's kind of like a family tradition. My sister got into UFC and stuff, but she still watched WrestleMania with me. You know, because it's a family thing, and that's I don't know. I don't want that to die. And so if Raw left Monday nights, that'd be something almost an end of an era. It would be just sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear about Ring of Honor?
No, I don't know. Maybe
Okay. Well,
I heard
Bushi
that.
is Bushi's coming over for the War of the Worlds, and is gonna be his first ever U.S. and Canadian appearances.
Damn.
Evil is coming. Sonata is coming.
So
Uh,
all of Los Ingobernables is invading
yeah,
Ring of
most
Honor.
of I haven't seen Takahashi, but everybody else so far I've heard is coming from Los Ingobernables de Japón. They are all coming thus far. Also, I saw that Kashida's gonna be there. Who else? There's a bunch of people, man. A lot of people are coming over. So it'd be interesting to see if Omega comes too, because you know the Young Bucks are there. Why wouldn't he show up?
Bring the Elite. I don't
Yeah.
know. I wonder if they're keeping his U. Well, no, because I feel like he just wrestled for Ring of Honor TV.
I haven't seen him on Ring of Honor TV. I've watched a good amount of Ring of Honor. Have you got the Fight app yet?
No, because I have to get it on my phone.
Yeah, that's what I have it on.
Yeah, and then I was trying to make it so I could watch on my damn TV.
You can. You get it from your phone, and if you have a smart TV, you could stream it. That's what I do.
I'll have to figure it out. I don't think I have that smart of a TV.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's ways of doing it. You just gotta fuck with it. But yeah, no, the Fight TV app's fucking well worth it. And then you can watch all the Ring of Honor TVs every week, and then also you can watch pay-per-views on there. Pretty cool. So I recommend it. I'm trying to think. We kind of went over Alexa Bliss. She beat Charlotte and then Nia Jax, and who else was the last person? Oh, Mickey James. And so yeah, like, do you want to go over the card thus far that's going to go on for the show you're going to, or do you want to wait till next week for that till we have more?
Let's wait till next week, just because I want to see the finalized card. I think there's probably only a couple more matches. I'm assuming they got to get Balor on the show somehow.
Yeah, I just don't know who he's going to face.
That's what I was looking at. He's kind of just like stuck in this weird, like, I'm back. I'm just going to job people right now.
I wonder if he's going to interfere in that House of Horrors match.
Maybe.
So it ends up with him and Wyatt.
Yeah, but it just doesn't. It just seems weird that they would put him in such an odd, like. They don't need to get him over. That's already done. So the Wyatt Balor feud seems kind of weird, and I feel like Wyatt really needs to develop as a solo person without any people around him, or he needs to be burned in the House of Horrors match, and where he's gonna go under like a change of appearance.
See, and this is where my opinion on this kind of differs from what you just said. You said, oh, he's already over. Some people have the opinion of when you're over, you know, blah, 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 blah. I don't think you're ever fully over. You got to continue to get over. Like, look at The Undertaker. He changed himself because he didn't want to be stale. You know, because you can go from being over to being a fucking absolute nobody, you know?
Yeah.
Case in point, look at The Miz until recently. You know, he's somebody, like, he was a big name, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, yeah, well, he's on the pre-show, and no one gives a shit. You know, like, there's people, like, you kind of constantly continue to work and be better. So why not keep giving Balor these cool-ass fucking things, you know, these cool angles and cool spots to make him continue to be relevant, especially because he hasn't done much because he's been hurt.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be weird to have the blow off of the feud match for Wyatt and Orton to have interference, I guess. I don't know. I guess it would start the story. I'll be curious to know, because I would like to have seen Finn Balor wrestle and not just show up on a Titantron.
Oh, dude, what if this happened? Top of the head booking right here, buddy. All
Yeah.
right. So it's gonna be like a TV screen thing. You're saying, right?
I don't know. Nobody knows anything about this House of Horrors match. So I have the feeling it's gonna be like a movie because they keep kind of talking about like being trapped in places and stuff like that. I'm like, you can't really trap somebody in a fucking wrestling ring.
Yeah.
Um,
What if they have it where at the end of the match, like say the door opens, supposed to be like some room or some house or whatever. The front door opens and it's Finn Balor, like him in his jacket and all that stuff. And then the lights flicker and he's the demon. Lights flicker again and he's gone. And then basically Bray Wyatt's like, what the fuck was that? You know, either if he wins or loses the match, he could be like, that's his next feud. He knows who he's going after. And then Wyatt's getting fucked with by Balor since they're both evil. One's a demon and one's the face of fear or whatever. And then you can set it up like that since it's all going to be a movie anyway.
well, I would say Wyatt and Balor will wrestle each other.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, during that match, at the end of it, have Balor do this little, like, you know, movie kind of spot where it's like, he's there, lights flicker, he's the demon, lights flicker, he's gone, you know? And that'll, like, mess with Bray a little bit.
Well, I don't know. I'm very interested to see, like I said, it's a super interesting card. Like, everything on there seems like a big name. All of them feel like they could main event in a way. Like those would be main events of Monday Night Raw matches.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I mean, also, I could see, you know, those guys going to a really good pay-per-view fight.
I feel like I'm going to see Aries win the title.
That'd be cool. Austin Aries versus Neville. You also got, what's his name? TJ Perkins kind of involved in that too. So who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear Aleister Black has been touring with the main roster doing triple threat matches with Aries and Neville for the Cruiserweight division.
Sick.
There's pros and cons to it. I think it's cool that he's going on the main roster. I'm kind of sad that he's on the 205 roster kind of thing. But at the same time, maybe that will make that better.
I don't know. I feel like he needs to not talk for a while and just have like a very simple thing of I'm going to rip through all of you. I don't care about your promos and just this very stoic creature.
Yeah, could be. Could be. I mean, he's very charismatic just by himself, not even talking.
Yeah.
Because he has the mysterious kind of charismatic stuff to him, charisma to him. So it's kind of cool.
Plus he's from Holland.
Yeah. You got that metal thing going. Is there anything else you want to get into before we bounce out of here, man? It's been a pretty quick show.
I feel like we're missing a whole bunch of shit.
But there really isn't. Not much has happened.
Well, I mean, we have the bullying issue. If you want to beat that.
Yeah. Let's get into that. What do you think about this Mauro Ranallo JBL kind of situation?
Oh, I've always thought it was weird for like the longest time that they always had a heel announcer. Now I understand a heel announcer, but I always remember like there's pros and cons, and everybody's gone over all the pros and cons of this entire situation. My whole thing was like, everyone WWE ran the Be a Star campaign about bullying, and they still had JBL as their commentator, being a heel commentator, bullying the other fucking commentators. But I think that people have taken bullying and commentary bullying to they've looked at two very different paths. Most of the people that have an opinion have never met JBL in person. I don't really ever want to. I just don't feel like he'd be a very nice person. He just doesn't seem like it. He has very cold, dead eyes, little beady eyes.
He seems like a high school kind of jock kind of guy.
He was a high school kind of jock guy.
Well, yeah, he was in the NFL. He was a Raider, wasn't he?
Guy.
Yeah, was he a Raider?
I think so.
Yeah. But still, like, I mean, he has that jock mentality where he's like, I'm hella badass, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I think that it's too bad Steve Blackman didn't whoop his ass, because maybe he'd have a different perspective of not wanting to be a bully to people.
Well, if you ever want to, watch fucking Bradshaw get punched in the mouth, watch him and Bart Gunn fight.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We talked about that before.
Knocks him the fuck out.
Yeah. Also, I think it's messed up that Mauro Ranallo is the one that has to leave. You know, I'm sure he wants to go, but at the same time, it's like, dude, You and me both battle with depression. It is what it is, and it's a serious thing. And for someone to feel so uncomfortable that he has to leave his job and no repercussion to the guy who's causing this, I find something wrong with that.
And I think that's where everyone's kind of has the issue right now, is that they're like, yes and no. Should you have hired somebody that maybe was going to be an issue? No, but you don't necessarily know that, and you can't basically discriminate because of that. It's just that you have to be like, I've always held to the regard that if you have that issue and you are able to talk with people and be like, this is what's wrong, and I'm trying to make sure that you understand that, they should at least try to understand a little bit of maybe what you're feeling. People in a big corporation don't see that all the time. They don't get that little aspect of human.
If you work at Walmart, they're not going to give a shit that you battle with depression. Like,
no, they probably are not going to care. But you always hear about the WWE family and how well they take care of people. But I mean, there's a lot of people that work for that company that don't wrestle.
mm-hmm.
There are more people that work for that company that aren't wrestlers.
Yeah, it's true. Ring people, production people.
Yeah, like there's a lot of fucking people. With Ronaldo, he was always outspoken about it, so they can't say they didn't know.
Yeah, he was very right about it.
That was one of those things where they knowingly took on that risk. They could say they didn't, but they knowingly took on a risk that this could be an issue at some point. And then they put him with somebody that maybe was not the best. I would have rather been with Corey Graves, because him and Corey Graves had a good chemistry, and Corey could still be a heel announcer, but he wasn't taking shots at both the other announcers as consistently.
I don't think it's even that. It's kind of like remembering that you're playing a character. JBL doesn't play a character in his mind. I think he thinks he's that person. It's like, I'm going to be a dick on camera and off camera. If he was a dick on camera, then like later on was like, oh, that's cool, man. Hey, do you want to go get some food after this? Like, oh yeah, let's go hang out. Or, okay, have a good night, Moro. Like something where he wasn't such a dick. I don't think this would happen because, dude, you and me, we give shit to each other all the time. But at the end of the day, we're both friends. We know that we're just fucking around. When you have to deal with someone treating you like shit at work and during work and like, after work, like that's not fun. And that's something you have to work with. They should have moved him to at least like put JBL with fucking I
don't know why he just didn't go to Raw.
That's what I'm saying. Put him on Raw and put fucking Graves over on SmackDown.
No, because Graves is the heel announcer. They should just put Michael Cole back with fucking.
But that's what I'm saying. You put JBL over on Raw.
Oh, yeah, you could do that. I'd rather have Mario Ronaldo on Raw.
Yeah, Mauro Ronaldo would be great to have with him because they've worked well together. But he made him feel so uncomfortable where he felt like he couldn't be there anymore.
In the same vein of these wonderful topics of the risks taking and hiring people. Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Patron?
Whatever the fuck. Alberto asshole.
Dude, he is such a whiny little bitch. Like, don't worry, he could beat my ass, don't get me wrong. He's a beast. But, dude, for everything that's going on with that guy, it pisses me off that he's going through the whole racist thing again. Like, he did that with Ricardo, right? It's like, oh, there's racism and there's this and this and this. And then he leaves. Okay, right there, I understand. There's a racist problem going on in WWE. Boom, period. It must not be that fucking bad if you came back. And now you're bringing up the racist thing again. Why, if it's so bad, why the fuck did you come back?
The racist thing, I was just more thinking that, well, Paige, I'm surprised, has not been let go. I'm hoping this Friday they let her go. Got a good feeling about this Friday.
Why? What's this Friday?
I don't know. It's 4/21. It's the day after. Everyone's just going to be slow as shit.
What? That's like you're just predicting a random day for her to get fired?
No, you always fire people on a Friday.
I don't know, man. I have a feeling that they're going to try to make it work with her because of that movie.
Fuck that, dude. Like, or at least just be like, can you not, like, have him, like, just the shit he's saying is so dumb, and it just is like, if you were to ever come back, like, I don't see anybody in the back you'd want to, like, talk to her. And just be like, yeah, you suck.
I think a movie on Charlotte would be more interesting than the story with Paige.
I don't think so. I think
No?
no, because I think Paige grew up in a carny lifestyle. Charlotte grew up in like, because if I remember, she played field hockey and volleyball in college.
Yeah, but she lost her brother with the overdose.
Yeah, but WWE doesn't want to portray that.
WWE's not making the movie.
Yeah, but that's true. Dude, they're getting something out of that fucking movie.
Oh yeah, they're getting something. It's The Rock. It's publicity already. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I just think if you're trying to make a story with some kind of good ending to it, I mean, like look at Charlotte. Like, oh, my dad was always gone. You know, I love my dad, but he's never there. Oh, my brother died. Oh, but now look at me. I'm like the best woman on wrestling. Blah 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 in wrestling. Blah 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 blah. There's a feel good story at the end of it. You know.
Yeah.
With Paige is like, oh, my life was hella crazy. Look, I came to WWE hella young, made lots of good money. Oh, I got with this guy. Look at my life now. Like, there isn't really a great story to the end of it. It's probably more interesting, but
I love it, but I mean, it's just I don't know. I feel like they could use the money that they're paying her to pay some actual talent that wants to be there.
Yeah.
And isn't like with somebody consistently bad mouthing your company publicly, saying some shit that you're just like, dude, not cool.
Speaking of that, CM Punk and AJ Lee. AJ Lee's book, Crazy is My Superpower, is actually in the New York Times top bestseller list.
Yeah.
Good for her. I'm actually going to buy the book. I'm just waiting till actually, I'm hoping to find it at Walmart, and if not, I'll just buy it online.
All the reviews say it's really good, so.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to pick that up.
Good job, AJ Lee.
Yeah, I'm probably going to pick it up this weekend.
I wonder if she's going to do book tours.
I'm not sure.
It's probably.
No, she already is. She's doing book tours. Yeah, CM Punk actually surprised her and stuff.
Here, go to your local Barnes and Noble, meet AJ Lee.
That'd be cool. I know Tina, that's her favorite wrestler, so I mean that'd be cool for her to meet her.
I'll see what we find. I'll look around, see if there's like her. Oh, let's see. Let's see if she's got a book tour schedule.
Yeah, because there's no book tour up here, I'm sure, because we don't even have a fucking Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
We have nothing out here. It's ridiculous.
But I don't know. Like, wrestling's weird right now because there's a lot of like. There's a lot of good and there's a lot of really weird bad in wrestling right now. Of like, you have a lot of this great story in the front, but I hate reading all the gossipy, bullshitty news things about it because it's just.
I mean, that's why we kind of shy away from that. I mean, sometimes we get into it, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff we really don't go over because it's not anything worthwhile. So.
No.
I guess another thing I wanted to go over really, really quick is NXT. Who do you think is going to go there from all the indie people? Because I think right now,
Mike Bennett from Ellis.
Yeah, that's a rumor of what's going on. Even though we just said we're not going to talk about rumors. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Maria and Mike Bennett.
Yeah.
I think right now is the era of the indies, the indie era, where a lot of indie wrestling is very popular. WWE's like, oh, this sucks. Oh, but look at this indie. Like Ring of Honor is doing really well. New Japan's doing really well. Like all these, companies, people are really excited about, and it's like the Young Bucks, the Bullet Club, all them.
About it is because A, it's called professional wrestling. B, they're not flipping ambulances.
They need to flip an ambulance.
They need to flip an ambulance. No, it's two different things. Like, when you go to a little league, or not little league, but like when you go to a minor league pro, like just the step beneath, you generally see a better set of athletes than you do when you see the majors. You see the best of the best, but the best of the best need to now be the best of the best for a long time.
Yeah, it's true.
With the indie wrestling style, some of it's got a little bit of a short longevity depending on your style of wrestling. Mm-hmm. As with the WWE style, if you look at all the wrestlers, everyone's got at least 7 to 12 main moves. Everyone's got a clothesline now. Pretty much everyone's got a super kick now.
Yeah.
but they're not a vast majority. Now we know Kevin Owens has a giant
Mm-hmm.
set of moves, but how many moves do you really see Kevin Owens use unless it's Sami Zayn?
It's true. It's very true.
So, you don't see that crazy evolution of like wrestlers being like, "Oh, I want to try this new move tonight." You see the same moves over and over again. Now, how we get to those moves, that's where they tell us a story.
Yeah, see, that's where the art comes into it. The thing that kind of interests me about that though is I think you bring up a good point of like, okay, the wrestlers do that to stay healthy. I think it's, for one, they want to have the longevity. WWE wants to keep them as long as possible, and two, they don't want to get sued.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not trying to fucking go out there and kill yourself.
Well, yeah, but see, look at the indie guys though. TK O'Ryan, doing that backflip and breaking his legs on the barrier. I mean, people try to do some crazy shit, even if they don't know if they can or cannot do it, just so they can try to like be a bigger deal. WWE, you're already there, so you can kind of get complacent.
Yeah, but I mean, there's moves that I see on the indies that I'm like, no fucking thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the indies, you try your hardest. So, I mean, I guess that people like it because they give a fuck. I mean, WWE probably seems like they don't. So, I think, unless you could think of something, man, I think that's it.
There's a cool show on Netflix you should watch about the gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Oh, the Glow?
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Ivory was in it.
Oh, cool. That's actually pretty cool.
She was one of the Glow wrestlers.
I know there's more stuff that we should probably go over. I just can't remember off the top of my head. And
yeah.
And we already went over the stuff we've written down, so I'm sure there'll be more stuff after we forget about it and after we get off the air. But whatever. We'll have till next week. Until YouTube kicks us off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always commercial free.
Yeah, man. So if a bunch of good shows to check out is Wrestling Soup, Don, Tony, Kevin Castle, Solo Monster Sounds Off. Check out nodq.com for your info. Check out Knuckle Up. Follow us on Twitter under Wrestle Gremlins. Follow us on Facebook on the Wrestling Gremlin Podcast. Listen to us, hopefully for the time being, on YouTube, the Wrestling Gremlin Podcast, and that's same for Mixcloud. Yeah. You can also follow me if you want to, Robert Lowry 32 on Instagram. Nothing really too important, just stencils and bullshit. Do you have any kind of Instagram, Nick?
No.
You're talking about getting a Snapchat.
I have a Snapchat. I just don't use it.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you can't follow Nick anywhere.
You cannot follow me in a single fucking place. I am a ghost.
If you follow him in your car, he'll probably yell at you because he gets really bad road rage.
Yeah. You'll hear all kinds of wonderful words called at you.
And yeah, man, everybody have a great week. I am Bobby. That gentleman is Nick. Have a great night.
Adios, putas.